Wow. If this happens, this will be a huge disaster. Now, the new report states that Taika Waititi is being picked as the next director for Dredd. Dredd is a cult film that was made, more than 15 years ago. The original Dredd was even way longer than that, many, many years back. But I remember the more recent Dredd with Kyle Urban. That film came out in 2010, if my memory serves me correctly. That film, it didn't do so well at the box. In fact, it even lost money at the box office at the time. But then again, the digital sales made it a cult success in many ways. It was so successful on digital, made so much money for the studio. And now it's coming from the Hollywood Reporter. They are the ones running this article. They're saying that a new Dread movie is being shopped around, whereby they are looking at Taika Waititi as the new director, and the script will be written by Drew Pearce, who wrote The Fall Guy, Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and Iron Man 3. So now, according to the reports in detail, they say that Taika Waititi and Drew Pearce are friends who have been working together for years now on a project for years. It said that they're big fans of the original Dread comic, so they've decided to do a movie. Now, the reason I say this is a disaster is the fact that it's they are even saying that it's going to be a goofy movie. How can you have a Dread movie and you make it goofy? This is typical Taika Waititi. This is basically the way he has always worked on his project. He makes it so goofy that it's very much a side project that you can never take seriously. I understand he tries to add a lot of uh, comedy into his projects, but he's not the best type of director for action flicks. There's something about his style of making action flicks that just does not work for me. He tries to make his stuff too comedic and unoriginal, and they just become cheesy nonsense that people just don't care about in the end. This is why none of his comic book films have been remembered all these years. Any project he makes, they just cookie cutter, they get forgotten quickly, and we'll move on to the next stuff. Now, they say that the plot details are being kept under wraps, but the new Dread movie is said to be going in a different direction than they called 2012. Actually, it's 2012, not 2010. I was actually thinking it was 2010, but it's 2012 movie that starred Kyle Urban. Personally, I actually enjoyed that film at the time. So it says that this one will be Taika Waititi and Drew Pearce. They will take inspiration from the comics rather than the previous versions on the big screen. The previous one back in the 90s featured Sylvester Stallone as Judge Dredd. That film released in 1995. And they even said that this new one they want to make will be dark. There will be dark humor, something like that. They are using the word dark humor here. But then again, I just don't trust guys like Taika Waititi, and his projects are always quite similar, more or less. So I don't even know how I'm going to gravitate towards this kind of project. But we'll see whether he fully gets the directing chair role and all that. Time will tell. If you guys have enjoyed this report, go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us here. I'll see you guys very much next time.